gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Shondell Wilbur.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Bury the Booking Podcast, Wrestling Podcast. My name is Dell. That is Devin. Devin, what is going on, my friend?
Enjoying the weekend.
Yeah,
not
not
a bad
too bad.
week of wrestling.
Yeah, no, some things happen.
Highlights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple good highlights. We'll get into those. Again, we will start from the top, from Monday Night Raw, and work our way through Dynamite, through SmackDown, and Collision. And we will get a quick little preview. We'll talk about AEW Full Gear, which is the next big pay-per-view event that is happening in pro wrestling. So, hey, without further ado, let's take it from the top. Let's take it from Monday Night Raw this past Monday. And we start the show opening up with Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins comes out fresh off of his win in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel against Drew McIntyre. This brings out Sami Zayn. He calls out Sami Zayn. Sami, of course, helped neutralize the threat there with the Judgment Day at the pay-per-view. And I don't know if this was a direct thing that they did, but I kind of took it as such. So when Sami came out, Seth Rollins mentioned about Sami stealing the briefcase at Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
And then Seth Rollins said, well, Sami, I know what happened. He's like, you got here and Adam Pearce made you give the briefcase back. So I'm thinking about it and I'm like, is that like an AEW dig? Because like Jay White's been running around with MJF's title and nobody made him give that shit back. And he's just like stole the world championship. Is just like just walking around with it. So I'm like, is that like a little whatever? But I thought it was funny. But Seth Rollins pretty much wants to reward Sami Zayn with a world heavyweight title shot. He said whenever. And, Sami's like he kind of wants to wrestle for that title, but he doesn't want somebody that's, compromised. He used the word compromise. So Seth took a little bit of offense to that, saying that, he's not 100%. Sami's not 100%. Who is 100%? If they give 100%, then, obviously they're not in the best peak condition.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and, there's a lot of truth to that. Like, who the hell is 100%? In wrestling, especially if you wrestle at the level that they are? Nobody. So
always injured or
exactly. There's always something. So long story short, they get the match set for the main event. So we're just gonna get Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins for the World Championship later on in the night of Monday Night Raw. How'd you feel about this segment?
I had when he called Sami out, I had a feeling that's where he was going with.
Okay.
I did. I was like, we're gonna give him a shot. You're gonna give him a shot at the belt. Like it just felt right.
Yeah.
I did. I
it was like, hey, look,
like
man,
Seth
you looked
Rollins.
out.
Seth Rollins has grown on me.
Week after week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the chant. But Seth Rollins, I give it to him because he's seen, he hasn't done nothing that would turn me off.
Okay.
Nothing at all. Every time he said he's going to do something, he did it. He honored his words. He's done everything he said he was going to do.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's always good in the ring.
Yeah, I would have loved him and more. The Asian boy.
Shinsuke?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay.
I love that. I would have loved a little more of that.
No, but
A little more of that. But I get it.
Okay.
I get it. You got to move on, keeping things fresh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Yeah, this isn't the WWE like a little while ago. It had been Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for like 6 to 7 months,
Mhm.
and you would be dead ass tired of it. It's like, oh my god, like again, like what are we doing? Like it,
Yeah.
yeah. They would just stretch it out for months and months and months
Okay.
and months until you hated it. But like, you know, right now it's good, and we got some things coming up because the Survivor Series premium live event for WWE is coming up, and there's little things that happened later on in the show that went to shape the future of that. But it's moving right along. You know, there's a few segments here and there, but we're going to stick to the important things, the things that jumped out at us for the show. One of them for me, I thought was hilarious. With Drew McIntyre, speaking of Drew,
I
who
wrote
lost.
that was one of my notes. I'm like, yo, I've been there.
Yo, me too. Me too. I've done it. I've done it.
Yes.
Drew McIntyre pulls up. He's getting ready, gets out, and then he gets questioned
Mhm.
and was like, fuck it, I'm leaving.
Yes.
Shows up to work. It's like, nah, I'm good.
I 100% know how he feels. There's been
Drew
numerous
McIntyre.
times.
Yes. Drew
that's
McIntyre's
happened.
never been more relatable.
Yes. I've shown up to work. Somebody said one thing to me and I came home.
You know what? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it for me. That's it for me.
Yes.
I kind of want that to be Drew's gimmick now. Like, I just want him to get to every arena and just have like something happen and he just leaves.
Just done.
Like, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't do anything. Like maybe one time he walks in. He walks in the door
Mm.
and then something happens. He's like, you know what? Fucking him out.
You know, it'd be great. He got a match. It's just a bullshit match. He walks out to the ring. Before he even gets to the ring, just walks down the catwalk and just shakes his head and walks away.
against like somebody who didn't need a win, but they get a win because he just left.
Just left. Like I'm done with you. Wow.
He takes an Irish whip into the turnbuckle. He hits it a little too hard. It's like, you know what? Nah, I'm good.
I'm doing this. You win.
The Drew McIntyre who's had enough.
Yeah, to defeat Drew Mac.
Yeah.
Just have him defeated. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious, dude. But yeah, no, Drew, I get it. I get it. Next up, we had. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this 4-way match.
Because the Miz is the greatest.
So for people who are listening for the first time, Devin is a Miz guy.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Devin is all about Mike the Miz Mizanin.
Yes, sir.
He was involved in a fatal 4-way match with the winner getting a shot at Gunther's Intercontinental Championship. The match was Ivar, who's been doing great stuff lately. Like, Ivar is
that man's a beast.
He's killing it. Absolutely killing it. Your boy Ricochet.
Fuck Ricochet. I'm sorry. He ain't at that level of that yet, but he's
getting there.
Yeah. He's a weirdo.
He's a baby face, man. He is the textbook definition of a baby face.
Good wrestler.
Yeah, Ricochet's awesome, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But
You just don't like his personality.
no.
Or
I
like
don't like his personality, his name, his outfit.
Nothing about him.
Nothing about him.
Bronson Reed was also in this match, who also is a bruiser. Listen.
I need to see more Ivar Reed, go at it.
Okay.
These big boys
Yeah.
was getting air.
Yeah.
Ivar with that spin kick.
Yeah, listen, he can throw a spin kick. He can,
Ooh.
yeah, yeah.
You
And
big
last
boys.
but not least, your boy The Miz.
Yes, sir.
This match, it wasn't like this match was good. Like you
Mhm.
said, you got Ivar like just doing he's been on fire lately. Like he's been killing it. He's been crushing it, and week by week, you know, he's involved in more stuff, which is always good. And then we got a newly anointed babyface, The Miz, which is still weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, it'll be fine. It's just really weird because like The Miz is just such a natural heel. It's
Mhm.
just weird. But the match was great until the end. So the ending scene, little bit of I'm pretty sure this was a botch. We had Ivar hitting the moonsault on Ricochet, and Bronson Reed going for the tsunami splash on the Miz, but Miz rolled out of the way.
Mhm.
Miz, there's a double pin there with Ivar pinning Ricochet, and Miz getting the pin on Bronson Reed. So the referee is counting. He's looking at both men here. So the referee is with it. He sees both men's shoulders on the map, talking about Ricochet and Bronson Reed. And he counts one, he counts two, and he counts three. At the two, Ricochet puts his shoulder up. Bronson Reed doesn't put his shoulder up. Bronson Reed's pinned at this point, and Ricochet kicked out. And it kind of was like weird. So like everyone was kind of acting a little weird. Miz got up. Miz was celebrating for the win. I'm assuming that Ivar was supposed to be celebrating for the win. But the thing that leads me to believe this is because Michael Cole said that Ivar pinned Ricochet. He's like, oh, well, he's like, you know, he's like, well, you know, Ivar pinned Ricochet too. And then like, I'm like, no, he clearly kicked out at two. And he's like still trying to sell it because I guess he was still trying to save the segment. But it's like, it's undisputed. You can't dispute that. Like,
but here's the thing. Ricochet fucked up. We expect him to mess up. It's Ricochet. Like if it was an accident, I knew he would be the one.
It would be him.
It messed everything up. Like,
so much hate.
I get it. I'm not even shocked. It's just like, who messed up the match? Ricochet? Oh yeah, that fits. That's about right.
So much hate on Ricochet. But I mean, so they replayed it over again, and you know, Michael Cole's going back and forth, and then Michael Cole like act like he didn't know that Ricochet kicked out. He's like, oh, this is, like, dude, just forget it, okay?
Yes.
Just forget it. Miz wins. It happens. Sometimes these things happen. The referees, you know, sometimes somebody's supposed to kick out and they don't, or whatever the case may be, and things happen. You go with it. You figure it out.
Now Miz is going to go against Gunther.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was still always the plan, but maybe it was supposed to be Ivar and Miz. You know, like the controversy. Oh, who won? You know, whatever. But
you know, the Miz gonna get the belt back, right?
I don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
Maybe
there's a multiple man match. Maybe like there's, you know, maybe Ivar does get involved in this match, or
where's it at?
Survivor Series?
Yeah.
Survivor Series is in Chicago.
Oh, that's right around the corner. That's right there. I throw a can of soda at Gunther. That's the whole matchup.
Could that soda be Pepsi in Chicago? For all our conspiracy theorists of one Pepsi Phil, aka CM Punk.
There you go.
But we'll move on. We had the women's battle royal know you are vested in the WWE
Yeah.
Women's Division
The
because
chicks be
it does, it's good.
yeah.
So so how'd you feel about the Battle Royal?
Yo, Cross. What
Oh,
is
Nikki
wrong with her?
that's what she does. She just dead stares.
And when she got thrown out the ring, she just stood there.
I like how they were fighting around her when the match started. It was like,
Be honest with you, I'd be nervous too, because you don't know. She could be a ticking time bomb.
yeah, like she used to be, like, she was in a group called Sanity in NXT, like when I can't say when NXT's okay right now, but I'll say when NXT was good.
Mhm.
And she was the loose cannon. She was like the crazy one. She would like run out and start biting the ropes and shaking the ropes and doing all this stuff. Like that's Nikki Cross. I don't know. She just doesn't do anything now.
I'm all right with it.
I mean, it's something inevitably is going to happen. Like she's
Yeah.
going to have to snap and do something. I would hope sooner than later. But we'll see what happens with this.
Yeah, I didn't expect Lee to come out and
Oh,
attack.
Xia Li, taking Becky out of the match.
Yeah, I didn't
Just
expect
like
that.
straight up, because I thought we were going to get some more Becky Lynch, Nia Jax stuff because of the interaction they had earlier on in the show with Nia talking about it broke your face and
Yeah,
all that, and then she said she going on to main event WrestleMania while Nia Jax got fired, so they were throwing some shots.
hmm I think Lynch got out because my prediction is Stark is going to win. Well, she won the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
When she go against, she got that. When she goes against
Rhea,
she's going to win.
Yo, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm for some reason
hot
Stark
take.
feel like she on fire right now.
Yeah.
Like because it was either Stark or Baszler.
Yeah, because it came down to
Yeah.
Zoe and Shayna. Yeah.
And I'm not feeling Baszler's ready right now to hold that belt.
I still don't think anybody's being rare yet.
Cause I don't know. I think Stark's gonna pull it. I do. I feel Stark's gonna get the belt, get that W.
Okay.
And then there's gonna be some beef between Lynch and Stark. Cause Stark, she gonna feel cheated because she couldn't get that W in the Battle Royale. I think this is gonna get big.
Okay.
It's gonna get big and messy.
Okay. I like how when Xia Li attacked Becky and took her out, that Adam Pearce was like, "No, you don't get in the match now." Like this is
kicked out.
Yeah.
Like, where did he come from?
He materializes when he's needed.
Like, I didn't see him out there. I didn't see him in a crowd. Like, where the fuck did he?
He
Just
came
pop
sprinting
up.
out, man. Yeah, he's on the ready. If something
Who else
happens,
was-
Adam Pearce is there.
Ivy now. I didn't know
Ivy,
she was, but
part
she
of
was-
she was out there with the Creed brothers earlier on in the
Yeah.
show when they beat DIY, which is DIY is not off to a fantastic start, teaming back up.
Maxine
beef with,
Hartwell.
Indy was out there.
Right.
Kaden Carter and Katana
Mhm.
Chance was out in the Battle Royal. Nikki Cross,
It was a
Raquel
big.
Rodriguez is out
It was
there.
good.
Yeah, no, they had people. They
Yeah.
had names. The end of it, they come down to Shayna and Zoe. So we'll see what happens. Because the Survivor Series is in not next week, but the week after, following Saturday, after AEW's Full Gear. So I don't know, man. We'll see. This would bring us to our main event of the evening for Monday Night Raw, and this was Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn for the WWE World Championship. Did you like this match?
I did.
Yeah.
I like Seth. I like Zayn. It started off kind of slow for me.
Yeah,
But
I mean, they got some time in this one, so you know they were pacing themselves. This match went, which was good. Because I looked at the time, I'm like, is something else happening after
no.
this? But you know, but they got a lot of time in this match, which was good. Because like you know, both men they went the distance, which was really good. And I was like, damn, this is a TV match. Like we're just getting this, for
Yeah. I didn't think Sammy was going to pull away with it.
Nah,
Sammy.
Yeah, we're not going to change the title on Monday Night Raw. And, Sami Zayn is hell-bent on making sure Judgment Day doesn't run Monday Night Raw. So I kind of thought we were going to get the interference during the match.
I actually wrote that when Rollins offered Sammy the chance for the title, I actually put that in quotation. Watch Judgment Day get involved.
Yeah.
Like, watch they get involved?
Yeah. Like I said, I thought it was happening during the main event, but
yeah,
it turns out they waited. And after Sammy and Seth shake hands, show a mutual respect there after the match, Judgment Day hits the ring. Judgment Day starts attacking Sammy. Seth gets involved to help him out. It'd be kind of a dick move not to. So numbers game, of course. You got Judgment Day. They're beating him down. Jey Uso comes out. To try to help. Of course, Jey Uso and Judgment Day clearly still have issues. And again, numbers game. It's a 4-on-3 at that point. And then, of course, the hero, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes comes out. Cody comes out to even up the score. And, I mean, we knew where this was going. Like, we only have, like, I guess, two more episodes of Raw to get to before we get to Survivor Series. So, and we know Survivor Series is going to be War Games. And if we didn't know, we knew when Adam Pearce came out and Adam Pearce decided to say the word games 500 times. You want to play games? You guys want to play games? I'm sick of games. You guys want to keep playing these games? I'm sick of these games. You want to play games?
He's not
War
that bad
games.
On the mic. He's
War
not that good on the
games.
mic.
So it's going to be War Games at Survivor Series. It looks like it's going to be Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes in War Games against the Judgment Day. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough. So can
I say something about JD?
Yeah, absolutely.
He just ass whooped a lot.
That's what he's there for.
Okay. Cause I know Dom usually gets tossed around.
That's what Dom was there for. Dom just inched his way. Like once JD came in, it's like, Dom doesn't have to take all of that heat now. Like JD's the guy.
JD,
getting
he
trashed.
like somebody donging him. Like what is going on with you? You just there to get beat the fuck up?
Yep. Dominic's like better him than me now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so the big thing at the end of Monday Night Raw was the War Games announcement. So we're gonna get that there. We move on to Wednesday. Let's move on to Wednesday to AEW Dynamite. Dynamite. It was okay. It was a show. It was a weekly episode of AEW TV.
First off, how did MJF's phone go to the TV?
He got that hardcore screencasting with video calls. It's not how phones work, but
no. And when he walked away, the call was still on.
Yeah.
When man Roderick Strong came out,
Adam,
I'm gonna get that shirt.
You gonna get that Adam shirt?
Have that Adam shirt.
Adam.
He was like, Like, yeah, that's what the devil would do. But you the dude in the devil mask. I'm gonna stand by that strong.
Yes,
Adam
so
Strong is the dude in the devil mask.
yes, so for those counting, Devin is stuck his pin on Roderick Strong being the devil.
Yeah, what I say, Adam Strong, Roderick Strong.
So
yeah, he's the dude in the mask.
Okay, so let's count that. I still don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
To me, it seems like it would fit his personality.
So
he's trying to manipulate the situations.
So it'd be Roderick Strong, Matt. Because there's multiple people there. So you got Matt Taven, Mike Bennett. Give or take a couple of people.
He's got it.
It's very possible.
That's why he's using deception, because that's why he's in a wheelchair all the time, thinking, "Oh, I can't do it because I'm injured."
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's Scooby-Doo this shit. Take the mask off. You know.
Okay, it's very, like I said, I still don't know, so that does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting MJF opening the show with a match against Daniel Garcia, and MJF has been working. MJF has wrestled more in the past couple months than he's ever wrestled in his career in AEW. These dudes just been wrestling on Dynamites and TV. I'm like, we're getting a lot of MJF. But I mean, the crowd's into it, so as long as they're into it and they're not oh, this is too much, this oversaturation. Once it starts to get that way, then I think you got a bit of a problem. But right now, we don't have a problem there. But you might want to scale it down a little bit. Maybe if he sticks around, we still got that whole thing, about if he makes the jump to WWE, if he doesn't, if he's already signed back with AEW and they just haven't announced it and they're still playing this thing up. I don't know. We don't know until we know. But right now it's a lot of MJF and a lot of MJF storylines. There's a lot of branching parts. A lot of people are after him, and
there's a lot of stuff going on with him.
Yeah, a lot. But it did a good match with Daniel Garcia. Which, I mean, come on, it's but yeah, MJF gets the win here, and we won't be the end of him for the night, of course, because it's a lot circling around MJF, and especially going into Full Gear, which is next weekend.
Yeah.
We had Swerve versus Penta. Oh, this match was good.
During that match.
Yes.
The crack. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
That wasn't real.
No.
Okay. Because it was timed very well.
Yes. Oh, that's they're professionals, man. They know how to.
It was timed very. Because I heard it and I'm like, play that back.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just gonna break a man's arm. But then I had to think about it, like, you get an arm broke, you're screaming. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. You are not that dude that's gonna have an arm shattered and just be like, oh, I'm gonna just walk it off. No. No, it's not happening. Not at all.
Yeah, but no, this match was good. I mean, Swerve is he's firing on all cylinders. In the ring, promo wise, storyline wise, right now with Hangman, and I'm invested in this feud, even though some of it is a little weird, with Hangman not being as angry as it should be. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
He came out with the sitting equalizer swinging chairs.
He did. He
So he
came out.
was a little upset.
He was a
Not
little.
much.
Yeah, he was a little upset.
I think they need to turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as the week played on, it got a little bit better, but we did see him take Swerve off of the side of the ramp with a dead eye through the table, and getting ready for the match that we know is going to happen. It's going to be Swerve Hangman 2 at Full Gear. So we'll see. We'll see. But it was a good match between Penta and Swerve. Like, I really enjoyed that show. That match. I think that was two really good matches. The main event was really good too. But the Swerve Penta match was up there for me. Then we got the backstage segment I want to talk about between Jericho, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. How do you feel about this one? You said Jericho is still not to be trusted, right?
No, not at all. Nobody should be following him. Nobody should teaming up with him. Like, he just seems real shady.
I mean, the Young Bucks definitely think so. So this is
they smart.
This is
smart,
the part
smart
of
group of smart gentlemen.
So this is long story short here. There's some back and forth again between the fact that Kenny Omega is teaming and hanging with Chris Jericho, and the Young Bucks are like, look, we're a team. The Elite's a team. We haven't been a team in quite a while. Like, we don't even do the same things. We're not a unit. We're not a collective like they should be. And Jericho stirring the pot, of course, and pretty much just throwing it up, saying, look, man, you guys are the best tag team in the world, but me and Kenny Omega, we could beat you guys.
Whatever.
So
Omega maybe can, if he had a different partner.
Yo, man, I gotta show you Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks from New Japan. Oh, that was a good match. But we're going to get a match at Full Gear between the Golden Jets, I believe they're called, in Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho versus the Young Bucks. So we'll see how that plays out. We will see how that plays out indeed. We had... You like big meaty men slapping meat?
Yeah.
How did you feel about Keith Lee and Samoa Joe for the Ring of Honor TV title?
It was a good fight for me.
Yeah.
I like when the big guys get together.
Yeah.
Get in the ring. I enjoyed it. I didn't really know much about Keith Lee.
Keith Lee's awesome. Keith Lee's one of those guys. Think of, so you know how Ivar moves?
Mm-hmm.
Keith Lee can do that stuff as well. Like, he's a big dude, very agile, didn't get a whole lot of momentum in AEW. Didn't have a whole lot of momentum in WWE either. People kind of think it would have been different by now in AEW, but it hasn't been. Mm-hmm. So here's hoping that
Yeah, I would like to see more Keith Lee.
Yes, the world would like to see more Keith Lee. Thanks. Come on, Tony Khan, make that happen.
And being a Samoa Joe fan, I wasn't upset about them going against each other. Then what happened at the end?
Yeah.
My man just set the title down and walked away. He's like, I don't want this piece of shit.
Essentially, that's what he said. Essentially, he just, like, longest reigning Ring of Honor TV champion, just was like, fuck, I don't want this.
But he better than that, though. Come on. The Samoa Joe, he better than that.
True, and that's essentially what he said. He's like, I want to be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. He just vacated the TV title, so who knows what they do with the Ring of Honor TV title? Maybe they'll run a tournament, or who the hell knows?
Yeah, give it to somebody.
Yeah, I mean, people were like, oh, well, if he was just going to do that, why didn't Keith Lee? You don't have Samoa Joe lose to Keith Lee.
No.
You know, I mean, I get why he beat Keith Lee and then gave the belt up, because I mean, Samoa Joe is, if he's going after MJF, if he's one of the many that are going after MJF, you don't want to have him lose and then like, oh, I won a title shot at the World Championship. It's not, you know, it doesn't really work that way. But we'll see what happens though, as MJF has a you know, he's being chased by a lot of people. Then we had the Julia Hart, the creepy girl, versus Red Velvet here. And match was, you know, it was an AEW women's match.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was okay. Julia Hart wins, of course, because she wins. That's what she does. Afterwards, we had Sky Blue came out, stare down with her. Then Chris Statlander and Willow are out. Everyone's staring at each other very weirdly. And then Julia Hart thought that was a little too weird and she left. So I was like, okay, we're just staring at each other and things got weird. Cool. Fine.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there was something that happened on Collision that would play into that stuff, but we'll get to that when we get to Collision.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not gonna skip over my Wardlow promo. Yes, sir.
Yes. So
I didn't realize he a big dude.
Yeah, Wardlow's a big dude. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that man's huge. I was like,
yeah,
you gotta get in the ring more. Like,
exactly. We would like to see more Wardlow. And we haven't seen him powerbomb people to death in quite a few weeks. So
it's been a while.
Yeah, so I feel like we need to keep doing that. To, you know, yeah, the promos are cool and all, and you know, gripping up Max in the back is cool, but people want to see destruction, because if you want to keep him looking like a threat to MJF, he needs to still actively be crushing people.
Wardlow needs to go after all MJF's friends.
Just start
powerbomb random everybody. I need that.
Powerbomb Tour 2023. Close out the year.
Squad. on concrete, in the ring, on cars.
Just by the way, here's a powerbomb.
Yes. Yeah. No conversation. I don't need you to see nothing. Put them through the floor. Walk away.
Yeah,
that's it.
Speaking of by the way, AEW just very by the way just announced that Mariah May is in AEW now. She wrestled in Stardom, and you know, but they were touting this for a little while. You know, everybody was like, oh, you know, Mariah May. They were just like, oh yeah, Mariah May is in AEW now. So
that was the giddy girl who kissed the dude.
Yeah, because she's like she's fanning for Tony Storm.
Yes.
So, yeah. But they were just like, oh yeah, she's here. I was like,
a couple minutes to kill.
I was like, really? You could she could have debuted some other way.
She was standing there.
She was, yeah. They were like, you know what? Let's do it tonight. You know what? Just come here. We'll do a thing.
Yeah.
But that led us to the main event, which was Jay White versus Mark Briscoe. And if Mark Briscoe won, he would get the title shot for Full Gear. I mean, we all knew that was not going to happen. Yeah. But the match was great nonetheless. It's always good seeing Mark Briscoe not do other stuff like in the ring doing that. Like, it was good match, and him and Jay White, you know, definitely good match, good chemistry there. But Jay White gets the win, of course, because we know where this is going. And MJF comes out after the match, runs everybody off, and then we get some more devil stuff, don't we? Backstage, we had the Acclaimed getting completely trashed, and Anthony Bowens gets thrown
straight through the glass. He laid there too.
Yeah. So, you know, this prompted MJF to run back to go check on his compadres, I guess. And just then, as he's looking at the damage, checking on his people, Samoa Joe walks up. Samoa Joe's like, looks like you're running out of friends there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to, And Adam Cole has over and over been like, yo, dude, you probably should talk to Joe. Like, just do it. But, we'll see what happens. It'll most likely looks like it will be Samoa Joe that'll be teaming with MJF, defending the Ring of Honor tag team titles against the Gun Club at Full Gear. But we have one more episode of Dynamite before we get there, so I'm pretty sure we'll get that in the works.
You know how we don't see anymore? The Bollywood boys. We don't need them.
They got no. I liked the Bollywood boys, but they
lasted 10 seconds.
Yes, they didn't do a good job at. And when they announced them, the crowd was all for it because they're like, "Yo, we like those guys." And then AEW's like, "Nah, fuck it. We're just gonna job them out real quick."
That I missed it. That's how quick it was.
Yeah. It was one of those blink you missed it. Yeah, blink you missed it.
Just took a sip of my drink.
Yeah, it was over. Yeah, and I think that's just pretty much going to be what they are. They just brought them in. It's like, hey, remember these guys? Guess what?
Yeah,
we're gonna get the Guns a quick win.
Oh, SmackDown needs to do what AEW doing is with the picture-in-picture.
Oh, yes.
Can we get that on all events? No, you can't hear enough, and that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's
fine. I can still see what's going on.
Yes. Yeah, no.
Like, we'll be right back after these paid sponsorships. I mean, what do you?
You're like, what? You going to commercial? Hey, look, man. Fox is like, fuck all that, man.
Yeah.
Picture-in-picture. Speaking of SmackDown, we had Friday Night SmackDown. We had a special little treat there. We had KO on commentary for a vast majority of the night, which was fine,
Mm-hmm.
But SmackDown, there was really a tale of two stories here on SmackDown. Nothing really of merit other than these two things. And we opened up with one of those things. We opened up with the LWO coming out, and which was rare. I was like, really? We're starting with this, but cool. Ray comes out. Ray talks about losing the United States Championship to Logan Paul at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. I knew where this was going as soon as he started talking about the Nux.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it was the Nux. It was the Nux. And I'm like, yeah, I can see where we're leaning to here. But Carlito comes out. Carlito, a part of the LWO, and he's like, yeah, essentially it's like, let's blame let's blame the person who left the Nux there. It's not blame, and he's pointing at Santos. And Carlito has been back in WWE for like 20 minutes, and already he just like completely fucked LWO. Like
that drama was going on with him. I like Rey Mysterio.
Yes.
But you on this family shit. Like,
look, Ray is more of a wholesome. Ray is the baby face. So like Ray is more baby face than Ricochet. Like Rey Mysterio, like there's no one. Like even Kevin Owens said it. Kevin Owens was like, I've turned on a lot of people, but I would probably never turn on Rey Mysterio.
It was a lot. Like,
but
family, La Familia.
Yeah.
I don't know Spanish.
But
like this ain't Fast and the Furious. Cut that shit out. Like,
but here's the thing though. Like Carlito is just like completely just like, yo, Santos did this, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And like if Santos was really feeling bad about it, like if he wasn't like trying to screw Ray, he probably gonna do it now. Cause like, yo, you just completely like if I wasn't, now I am. Cause now he, Santos gets defended, Santos leaves. Everybody is pretty much looking, like Santos. Wait, Santos like, yo, man, no, because y'all was a little too easy to like look at me when Carlito said that. So screw you guys. That led into Bobby Lashley versus Carlito. Match was whatever. Street Profits get involved. Santos comes out. Santos gets involved. Looks like he wants to help out a little bit. Then Carlito starts getting that ass beat by the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, and Santos can definitely help out, but he doesn't.
Why would he?
Why would you? Why would you? I wouldn't. You just threw me under the bus. Like, we've done this LWO thing for quite a while now. Where you been at? Here you come, and now all of a sudden they looking at me like I'm the bad guy. No, I'm gonna let you get stomped out a little bit. Why wouldn't I? And Rey Mysterio comes out, and of course, Rey, wholesome, beautiful man Rey, is like, yo, come on, like, we gotta. Santos was like, nah, I wouldn't. So Rey shoves him because Rey's a little upset right now. It's like, yo, like you said, this is, it's family. Like, yo, you gotta, like, whatever's you going through, you gotta help out. Like, this is LWO, so what we do. Santos took a little exception to that, attacked Rey just quick. He's like, oh, yo, I'm sorry. Then Rey Mysterio decided to do the most dad thing I've ever seen and slapped up Santos. He popped him. He didn't slap him, he popped him. It was a very fatherly pop a few times. But yeah, no, this turned into Santos completely attacking Rey. Afterwards, and laid him out. He ran him into the post, raised down. He kicks the knee into the chair. Into the with the steps against the ring post, and he got Selena out there. They're checking on Rey. He's like, yo, why you did it? And he's like, yo, I didn't do this. Like, y'all, everything got weird. Santos is like, yo, look, everything got weird. I don't know what just happened. Now all of a sudden I'm a bad guy, but I'm happy because Santos Escobar is a natural heel. Like, he's so good as a heel. Like, his stuff in NXT with Legado del Fantasma, amazing. So like, I'm very happy to see Santos back as a heel. So we'll see how this plays out with the LWO. Of course, there's going to be something. But I don't know if Santos just leaves LWO or does, Well,
you saw him walk out with his wheel.
Yeah, so but like,
Sukis.
He and LDF, so like, I don't know if they're coming with him or not. Like, do we have like a split of the LWO, or if it's just Santos is broken off from them? I don't know. We'll see.
No, I don't think anybody. I think he's going to be by himself.
Which him without a group would, we'll see what happens. Could be cool. Then the other main thing that happened on this show here was the drama in Damage Control. There's a lot of drama in Damage Control. Bayley comes out. Bayley's pretty much talking like, yo, she's trying to figure out what the F is going on. Bayley's like, look, Kyrie's out here now. What's up with EO? Like, y'all clearly cool. Last time Kyrie was out here, I kind of trashed her and sent her packing out of WWE. I ain't stupid. This kind of looked like a setup. That's what Bayley was getting at this. She's like, this kind of don't look good for me. What's going on? They, of course, assure Bayley that everything's fine. Bayley's still the leader of Damage Control. Everything seems nice until
Bayley's annoying.
You don't like Bayley?
No. When she started talking, I'm like, when did all this happen? Who allowed you on the mic?
Oh no, Bailey's awesome on the mic, dude.
This wasn't. I was done.
You had to have been there from Hug Happy, Babyface, Inflatable, Two Men, Bailey, Happy Go Lucky, hugging kids, to calling kids bitches.
Yeah, because she said, I don't hug no more.
Yeah,
she said that, like, I don't
yeah,
hug
yeah.
no more.
Yeah, she's like,
You
ah,
talking
no.
about, I don't
Yeah,
do
that's my
this.
past life. I don't do that no more.
Which is wild.
But yeah, so this set up Bianca coming out. Bianca's not done with EO. Kairi Sane came out, caused her the match at Crown Jewel. We get Asuka coming out as well, sets up a 6-woman tag match for our main event later on in the night. We'll get to that in just a second, but we got to talk about one of your favorite wrestlers, the verbal exchange, if you will, between Grayson Waller and LA Knight here, which turns into the LA Knight versus Grayson Waller match. How'd you feel about that segment and match?
I like the match. I did. I enjoyed the match. I had no problem with the match because, you know, as much as I don't like LA Knight, I really don't like Waller. But they're good together.
Yeah, I liked the back and forth.
Yeah, they are good together. Two men who got the gift of gab, going back and forth. I wasn't mad at this at all.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't like, honestly, I don't like neither one of them.
Right.
Neither one of them. But I was entertained from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I was, you know. Knight got that W, and I was cool.
Yeah, then of course that turned into Kevin Owens and getting the whole Warder thing. Kevin Owens getting attacked, saying he's getting suspended by attacking them and all. But let's forget all that. Let's talk about what I really wanted to talk to you about, which was that backstage with Jimmy Uso. It's going to be Jimmy Uso versus LA Knight next week on SmackDown. How'd you feel about this Jimmy Uso promo?
I'm hoping LA Knight fucks him up completely. I swear to God, I can't stand Jimmy Uso. Like, every time he opened his mouth, he just, ooh. let me just bring it back.
Yeah, we'll bring it back. But yeah,
because Jimmy Uso's a pain. He's annoying.
Yes, he's
weak.
He's very annoying.
And I'm hoping that this is just straight punishment for him. Like, no help, nothing. Just you taking all this ass whooping for like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, that's fair. That brings us to our main event, which was the 6-woman tag team match. It was Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Asuka versus Kairi Sane, Io, and Bailey. And shocker, if you didn't see this one coming, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, clearly this was what this was always going to be, with Asuka turning on Bianca and Charlotte and joining up with Damage Control, joining up with Io and Kairi, and Bailey just kind of like, yeah, this still seems a little weird to me, but okay.
I predicted this already.
Yes.
I did.
Yep.
I said that before.
Yeah. Handwriting was on the wall with this one, especially as soon as Asuka came out during the Bianca promo, when Charlotte came out and Asuka came out afterwards. I'm like, yeah, this is exactly where we're going. We're going to get there lickety split. The night ended with Damage Control pretty much taking control over Bianca and Charlotte. Shotzi tried to come out to help. Shotzi goes down also. I am predicting we're going to get a women's War Games match with Damage Control and Bianca, Charlotte, Shotzi, and they're going to need a fourth. So possibly next week. We'll see what's going on with that. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be our women's War Games match at Survivor Series. So that's how SmackDown ended. So, there's that. SmackDown was really just the LWO stuff and the Damage Control stuff. It was pretty much just that. But, we're building to Survivor Series. Gotta build some tension and some things going on for that. So I get it. We are moving on to Collision, the AEW Collision. Collision was an episode of Collision. I feel like I say this every week. Like it's okay. We had Andrade and Daniel Garcia. Andrade with CJ Perry, who he now has the managerial services of, and much to Miro's chagrin. But the match with Andrade and Daniel Garcia was very good. Daniel Garcia is really good. Like he's a great pro wrestler. And Andrade, I always liked Andrade. Andrade does great work. He gets the win though with
tapped out.
Yeah, with the figure 8. So he's shouting out the wife Charlotte Flair there by doing Charlotte's move.
Garcia tapped out.
Yeah.
In previous show.
Yeah.
Like.
Hey, he lost them. Yeah. So you're going to lose the MJF, who's could he have taken couldn't he have gotten pinned? Yeah, possibly. But
like the second one, I'm like, oh, you just weak. Like, come on. That threw me off. I'm like, when I saw him tap out, I'm like, you just did that.
It was like 3 days ago. You just tapped out. You just got submitted 3 days ago. But yeah, so Andrade gets the figure 8 win. Miro doesn't look too happy about having his wife, manage anyone, which is understandable. But Andrade's not interested. Okay, it's a married man. We had Christian Cage and Luchasaurus out with Nick Wayne. As Nick Wayne took on and beat Dalton Castle. Of course, he better had, because we're going to Full Gear for that 6-man. So you got to keep momentum on that team as they go and take on Adam Copeland, Sting, and Darby.
Yeah.
Then we had LFI's out. LFI, of course, wins their match. They're setting up this thing for Full Gear. Everything's pretty much we're throwing shit out Full Gears next week. So let's get this shit going. The House of Black, though, they pretty much they popped up after the match and essentially are gunning after the AEW World Tag Team Championships, which we would later find out was going to be a multiple team tag team championship match at Full Gear. We'll talk about that in just a quick second when we get to the preview of Full Gear. Then we had your boy Roderick Strong versus Darius Martin. Next Strong, Roddy Strong, coming out in the wheelchair, getting wheeled up.
He pushed through it.
Yeah,
he pushed through it. He dug deep.
Got that strength.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, Roderick Strong, I've always liked Roderick in the ring, and like you just add this now, like that, this part of it just makes it that much better.
It does.
Especially like his wrestling style. So like he goes hard, and it's like, really, you're just gonna put a neck brace on afterwards, like you just go sit back down.
Like, need to get help out the ring, get back into the wheelchair. I was like, all right.
Yeah. But we're continuing that on. So Roderick Strong gets the win there. Then we had Tony Khan and Bryan Danielson announcing the Continental Classic tournament. It's going to be a 12 wrestler tournament, going to be weekly round robin tournament with the finals taking place at the World's End pay-per-view. I believe that's December 30th. It's at the very end of December. So which is going to be the finals for that. And they did announce that Bryan Danielson is going to be a participant in the event. So he's going to be a part of the tournament. We also had Julia Hart versus Willow. Julia Hart wins because Julia Hart wins. That's what she does. Keep Julia strong. Looks like there's going to be a multiple person. I think it's going to be 3 women for the TBS Championship at Full Gear.
I think it's 3. I think they said 3.
Yeah. So right now it's going to be Chris Statlander and Julia Hart, and the opponent to be determined for the TBS Championship. Guess what? Well, I'll talk about that in a second. But it looks like there's going to be more than one women's match on the pay-per-view. Look out. Then we had Powerhouse Hobbs out in a squash match. And we had Paul White was out there on commentary. Paul White was, of course, is going to be a part of this this street fight coming up this week on Dynamite. And Don Callis is out there just poking, provoking him there. And
did you hear the lady in the audience said he looked like a raw hot dog?
Yeah, you know what? He kind of does, though.
She said he looked like a raw hot dog. Yo, I had to stop. I was laughing way too hard. And see, I watch it with headphones.
Okay, so you get all that.
I hear everything. Every little... Even when the wrestlers are talking.
Yeah, you get all that.
I hear it. But I was
raw hot dog, huh? Oh, good.
Raw
hot dog, Donnie Cal.
Speaking and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that fits.
I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that. But Don Callis was going to go sick Powerhouse Hobbs on Paul White there. And I quote telling Powerhouse Hobbs to smoke this fool straight up and down.
Mm-hmm.
But Paul White didn't. He's old man Paul was not to be trifled with. He's had enough of the bullshit, enough of the BS, which is his tag thing. Because Big Show bullshit BS. Enough of that. He does not play that BS anymore. And Powerhouse Hobbs and company, I think Kyle Fletcher was out there as well, backed down until their match at Dynamite there. Then we had our main event. Which was The Righteous and Lance Archer with Jake versus Sting, Darby, and Adam Copeland. Surprise! Guess who won?
I wasn't.
I mean, again, we're just getting us to the pay-per-view, and we're showing Sting, Darby, and Adam Copeland as a cohesive unit, and that they can get a win going in against Christian, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne. That's all we got there, and that's what we got.
Yeah.
So that's how Collision ends. Again, a very Collision episode of Collision. That's what we got.
They don't have... The excitement is not always there.
No.
Like, the matches are fine.
Yes. Yes, this is the problem,
like
though.
7 matches?
This is the problem with AEW, though. Like, the matches are there, but the excitement, the get to, the journey isn't there all the time.
Like, I'm like looking back at AEW. Like, if there aren't that many stories that I'm really fully invested. Maybe because they haven't really taken off to where I want them to be. But like, I'm The
Yeah,
Darby Sting thing is it's okay. You know, you need a father figure. Sting's about to get out of here. But like with Don Callis, he's entertaining, but I don't watch it for you.
right. Yeah, I feel like you're convoluting a lot of it because like the real thing here is with Don Callis and Kenny Omega and and Jericho right now, but then you add Paul White, like he's not gonna do anything,
Yeah.
like we don't really need we don't need that, like just keep it with with Jericho and Omega and all that, and then when we get to instead of building up for like Don Callis family versus Jericho and Omega at Full Gear, you got the Young Bucks. So it's like you got Jericho and Omega preoccupied with the Young Bucks and the Don Callis family stuff at the same time. So it's like we're very, very convoluted here.
Yes.
Like, and we've already talked ad nauseum about all the stuff going on with MJF. So that takes up a lot of TV time too. So
that does.
Like you got all these different angles involving MJF, and you got these, we got, as a matter of fact, let's just jump into a couple previews of the Full Gear pay-per-view and things that we have not gotten to a lot. Like we got a couple promos back and forth between Orange Cassidy and Jon Moxley, who are wrestling at Full Gear for the International Championship. I'm looking forward to the match, but we don't really see a whole lot because there's a bunch of other stuff that's happening. Like we're not building so great to that because we got to worry about the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship match and find out who MJF is going to, if MJF is going to pick Samoa Joe or not. And then MJF and Jay White. And then MJF and Wardlow, who's stalking him. And then, like, the fuck.
Yeah. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 things on the card.
So we got we talked about Orange Cassidy and Jon Moxley. We have Hikaru Shida and Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship. Which
you think Toni Storm is going to win?
She should. That's
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Like they've kind of hot potatoed the AEW Women's World Title. They shouldn't. Like the fan in me is like, no, just have Shida win and have her just keep her reign. Like she just won the title back. Like don't take it off of her right now. But Toni Storm's hot. People are loving the timeless Toni Storm gimmick. Maybe it's time for you. Maybe you do that and see what happens now that she's the champion and how that could play out.
Yeah.
We got again. Look out. There's another women's match on the card. It's going to be Julia Hart, Chris Statlander right now for the TBS Championship. 3-way.
Wait, why did I have that?
It's like they were, yeah.
Wait, so my card isn't complete.
Oh.
Hold on. Cause I like to keep my card.
Like to keep it together.
1 second.
So we'll see if Sky Blue, I'm sure is going to be the third woman here. If we do a triple threat match there, it's going to be Sky Blue, going to be Julia Hart and Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship, which I'm okay with. Like, I'm okay with the storyline with Julia Hart and all this Sky Blue. Give me more stuff going on in the women's division, not just anything regarding the women's championship, not just Shida and Toni Storm. Like we got other stuff going on because you got other women in the company. So let's do that. We also have the tag team championship match that we know is going to be a 4-team match. It's going to be LFI versus FTR versus House of Black, Kings of Black Throne. which is Malachi and Brody and Ricky Starks and Big Bill defending the titles there in a 4-way. So
they're gonna lose it to the Black.
I would like House of Black to win. Yes, I would very much so really enjoy House of Black taking the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We also have, speaking of tag team matches, we have the Bucks and Kenny versus Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. We'll see what happens.
I'm going for the Bucks. I'm going for the Bucks. Why? Because Kenny should not be working with Jericho.
I agree,
and that's what's going to hold him back. Because Jericho not going to do what he need to do. He too old, out of shape, he washed up, and he a traitor.
Everything bastard. Bad. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know. I kind of think Jericho and Kenny win, possibly. We also have the Texas Death Match. We now know is going to be between Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. Hangman cut a pretty decent promo. I felt that he was more angry now that he's had a few weeks to sit on this home invasion and actually realized what happened.
That some random black dude was in your baby room throwing stuff at him.
It took a while. It took a while for it to sink in. But now he's, going to take. He's going to kill Swerve at the pay-per-view, and then visit Swerve's grave every November and have his son piss on his grave. Is what he said.
Okay, that's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. So
idle threats.
Yeah, he told Swerve to look at all the pictures in his house with his family, look at all that, think about all the birthdays, all the graduations, all the proms he's gonna miss. Just think about you not being there. So So if you're looking for someone to kill someone on pay-per-view, if Hangman Page gets his way, he's gonna kill Swerve.
See, my thing is this. Excuse me. If this was the 90s. I could see somebody dying. Like real shit. Like if this was the 90s, like I could be like, you know what?
He might kill him.
He might die. Accidentally. But I could see that. But 2023? You not facing a manslaughter charge because some dude was playing with your baby.
Hey, yeah, there's no more Pillman 9mm.
Yeah,
going on in the world anymore. So yeah, but I think that's going to be like, I enjoyed the first match that they had, and this is going to be Texas Death Match. It's hopefully it's going to be wild. We also have the 6-man. It's going to be Christian, Nick Wayne, and Luchasaurus versus Sting, Darby, and Adam Copeland here. I don't know, man. Maybe Christian pins Adam. I would be okay with that.
It's going to be a dirty fight.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Cage and his crew gonna win.
I think so too. I think in some way they get the win.
Copeland, too wholesome. Darby, as good as he is, and he could take a beating, he's not pulling through this. Sting, we all know it's Sting. He's an older gentleman. He's not gonna get too crazy.
He might jump off some shit. He gonna jump off of something. He might jump off of something.
I need to see a weapon from him.
The bat?
Yes.
Okay.
I think if that's how he wins, first off, they're gonna have to take out Luchasaurus.
Right.
And I think that's how they get a W.
Yeah.
That bat come out, crack Lucha in the head, he go out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like a regular match, but who's to say? Weapons could still get involved.
They're gonna get involved. Sting gonna pull it out. I put money on it.
Okay.
First off, what's that little boy name?
Nick Wayne?
Nick Wayne? No.
Just no.
He don't pose a threat at all.
Yeah, no.
To none of them.
He's the JD McDonough of the team.
Yes. But this is really going to be a Nick Cage and Adam Copeland fight.
Don't say Nick Cage.
What did I call him?
You called him Nick Cage. Not on my podcast. We don't say anything about
I'm thinking of Christian Cage and Nick Wayne.
Hey, sorry. Nicolas Cage. Fuck you, dude. You know what you did. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
If you know, you know. But fuck Nicolas Cage.
Oh my goodness.
Which takes us to our main event of Full Gear is going to be MJF defending the AEW World Heavyweight Championship against Jay White. Mind you, earlier on in the night, he's going to have to defend the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. I'm assuming him and Samoa Joe against the Guns.
That's why he's going to lose.
You think Jay White wins?
Yeah.
Oof.
I do.
I don't.
Not fair. Not clean.
Not clean. I would like to see Jay White with the AEW World Title, but I think there's way too much other stuff going on with MJF right now. Like, they're kind of tipping their hand here that MJF walks away with this because you have too many challengers for MJF right now. Like, if MJF loses, then what the hell is Wardlow chasing him for? What the hell is Samoa Joe helping him out for? Like, so Samoa Joe's definitely chasing the title, but there's so many storylines that specifically involve MJF with these challengers. I'm thinking MJF retains. I would love Jay White to win.
See, but just not now. What you do, right? Let's say Jay White pulled that W. That means that excessive amount of time you're giving MJF, Samoa Joe now can focus his time on Jay White. That free that up. Yeah, Wardlow, I don't think Wardlow's really looking for a belt. I think he's trying to just fuck MJF up. And I'm cool with that.
Which that part of it is salvageable. That just needing to take MJF out if you're Wardlow. Mm-hmm. That definitely is salvageable. I do think that that there's nothing there that would for Samoa Joe and Jay White. Like, there's nothing there. So like the story is that MJF has been saying no this whole time to Samoa Joe helping him out is because he doesn't want to face Samoa Joe. So I think him inevitably making him his partner now having to give Joe a title shot is where they lean at. So I think probably the December pay-per-view most likely will be Samoa Joe with Wardlow looming around trying to destroy MJF at whatever second he gets. Maybe Wardlow does it at the pay-per-view. Maybe he costs MJF the championship at the pay-per-view to Samoa Joe. The December pay-per-view.
Just walk out.
Just
grab MJF, put him through the mat like 2-3 times, and leave.
Yeah.
That's it.
Maybe it happens, like, let's just say it happens before the match, like before the bell rings. Wardlow comes out, just completely obliterates him. MJF is still the baby face, still like, ref's like, yo, you sure you want to go? MJF's like, nah, just ring the bell, I'm good. And then Joe just like gets a quick win and wins the title. Yeah. It could happen.
I'm just trying to see Wardlow put people through the floor.
We need more Wardlow, Tony Khan. The crowd likes it. Everyone likes it. We need more Powerbomb symphonies. Like I said earlier, the promos, okay, but you need to keep him looking like a threat. So let's do that. We'll find out. Like I said, the Go Home show is going to be this week coming up, and then we will be talking about Full Gear on our next episode of Bury the Booking Podcast. You made it through. Thank you so much for listening, watching, however you consumed. Please continue to do so. You can like, follow, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're on the YouTubes, we're on the Spotties, we're on the iHearts, we're on that good stuff. So again, thank you for listening to the Bury the Booking Podcast. Till next time for that Full Gear review.